What's up, fellow fans, and welcome back to Untold Story. You know Killua Zoldyck, the lightning-fast, white-haired hunter, Gon's best friend and maybe the only person who loves chocolate more than life itself. But have you ever wondered what truly shaped this complex character? What dark, brutal secrets hide in his past? Because behind that playful exterior is a childhood filled with torture, forced isolation, and a family determined to make him the ultimate assassin. In this video, we're diving deep into Killua's early years, exploring the harrowing experiences that molded him, the subtle psychological scars that almost broke him, and the moment he finally decided to break free. Stick around, because we're also going to reveal a literal thorn in his mind that influenced his every move. Killua Zoldyck was born into one of the most infamous families in the world, the Zoldicks, a lineage of legendary assassins. He was the middle child of Silva and Killua Zoldyck, hailed from birth as the most talented assassin in the family's entire history. Imagine this: while most kids are learning to walk, Killua, at just 3 years old, was already undergoing rigorous training in tailing techniques, constantly putting his life at risk. This was not a normal upbringing. It was a ruthless regimen designed to cultivate a living weapon. His parents, Silva and Killua, along with his older brother Illumi, meticulously shaped him into a human weapon. This wasn't just physical conditioning. It was a brutal, relentless process designed to break him down and rebuild him as merciless. He mastered killing techniques at a tender age and even learned advanced combat and stealth methods. This relentless training forged his body into an almost indestructible tool. Killua gained near immunity to most poisons, famously demonstrating this during the hunter exam by drinking laxative juice from Tampa without any ill effect, and even asking for more, baffling the unsuspecting trickster. He also developed an astounding tolerance to electricity, a skill that later became integral to his Nen abilities. He can endure high-voltage shocks that would paralyze most others, feeling the pain, but remaining fully functional. This incredible resilience was the result of being exposed to them since he was a baby as part of his family's unique training and punishments. It's a miracle, as Biscuit later notes, that he can even smile at all given such a traumatic childhood. The Zoldicks had clear milestones for their prodigy. At just 6 years old, Killua was forced by his father, Silva, to battle in the Heavens Arena until he reached the 200th floor. This wasn't a choice, it was an order. It took him 2 months to reach the 150th floor, and a total of 2 years to conquer the 200th floor. Think about that, fighting professionally in a brutal martial arts tournament for 2 years before he was even 8. This early exposure to combat honed his already prodigious fighting skills, making him a master hand-to-hand combatant with incredible speed, reflexes, and agility, capable of dislocating his joints at will to escape restraints or maximize attack angles. He could tear apart humans with his sharpened fingernails, an assassination art taught by his family. Beyond combat, his training included other, seemingly mundane yet strategically important skills. Around 6 or 7, he mastered the game of darts, reaching a score of 1,440 points. This seemingly small detail later played a critical role in one of his most intense battles, demonstrating the depth of his conditioning. He also possessed a genius-level intellect, far exceeding his age, with prodigious intuition and analytical skills that allowed him to deduce crucial information and formulate complex strategies even in high-stress situations. Despite this harsh upbringing and the constant pressure to become a heartless assassin, Killua retained a surprisingly pure and kind side. Around age 9, he even tried to befriend Canary, a newly hired Zoldyck butler. She politely declined, recognizing their vastly different statuses within the Zoldyck household. This emerging kindness, however, was seen as a flaw by his family, a weakness that contradicted the mindset of a true assassin. And here's the kicker: the secret that haunted Killua for years, literally acting as a thorn in his mind. His older brother Illumi implanted a special Nen-imbued needle in Killua's brain. This wasn't just torture, it was a psychological conditioning tool designed to subliminally remodel his character through fear, forcing him to retreat from any fight he perceived as having an uncertain outcome. This internal struggle, this compulsion to flee, became his greatest weakness as a hunter, constantly battling his natural instincts with this imposed fear. Biscuit, his later Nen teacher, even prophesied that this deep-seated fear would one day cause him to abandon Gon. This constant pressure, this manufactured fear eventually led to his breaking point. At the age of 11, Killua finally rebelled against his family. In a bold act of defiance, he injured his mother, Kikyo, and his older brother Miluki, and ran away from home to take the hunter exam, purely for fun. By this time, despite his young age, he had already assassinated more people than the notorious bombers combined, a testament to his ingrained lethal skills. This highlights the stark contrast between his desire for a normal life and the dark reality of his past. His decision to take the hunter exam was a pivotal moment. There, he met Gon Freaks, a turning point that would profoundly change his life. His journey began with meeting other examinees like Tompa, whose laxative-laced drink had no effect on Killua, confirming his poison resistance. He quickly befriended Gon and Leorio, finding amusement in Leorio's old man appearance and challenging Gon with his superhuman speed. He even sensed Hisoka's bloodlust, recognizing a kindred spirit in their capacity for killing, a stark reminder of his own dark training. During the notorious Midnight Ball game with Chairman Netero, Killua's frustration with the examiner's speed led him to concede defeat, but his pent-up rage found an outlet moments later when he tore two other applicants to shreds in the hallway. This demonstrated the volatile, bloodthirsty side of his personality, a direct product of his assassin upbringing. The Trick Tower phase further tested his resolve. When faced with the serial killer John S., the dissector, in a death match, Killua casually plucked out his heart in an instant, crushing it before the man's eyes, smiling as he did so. He explained this chilling feat by stating he had modified his hand and that John S. was merely an amateur compared to his professional training. This gruesome act cemented his reputation and the Zoldyck family's terrifying legacy to his new companions. However, the true test came in the final phase when he faced Gitaraku, who removed his needles to reveal himself as his older brother, Illumi. Killua, visibly terrified, admitted his desire to be friends with Gon and live like a normal kid. Illumi, however, deemed him unfit for friendship, stating Killua was molded from birth to be an assassin and threatening to kill Gon if Killua didn't comply. Paralyzed by fear and Illumi's subtle conditioning, Killua surrendered to his brother's demands. In a final desperate act of defiance and a tragic display of his assassin nature, Killua then impaled Bodoro from behind, failing the hunter exam for murder. After this traumatic experience, Killua returned home to Kukuru Mountain. He chose to enter through the 16-ton testing gate, showcasing his immense physical strength even before mastering Nen. He endured 3 weeks of torture by his brother Miluki. However, when Miluki threatened Gon, Kurapika, and Leorio, Killua snapped a handcuff and threatened Miluki back, demonstrating his unwavering loyalty to his newfound friends. His father, Silva, then granted him a conversation, acknowledging Killua as his own person and not just an extension of the family, asking him to promise never to betray his friends. Killua reciprocated, a testament to the profound impact Gon had already made on him. His mother, Kikyo, tried to stop him, but Killua's glare made her desist. This was a major turning point. Killua reunited with Gon, Kurapika, and Leorio, leaving the Zoldyck estate behind. He declared to Gon, "I'll go along with you until I find something to do." This casual statement, devoid of his family's expectations, marked the beginning of his journey to shed the dark shackles of his assassin past and embrace the idea of genuine friendship and living like a normal kid. His path was set, to find his own purpose away from the shadows of his birthright alongside his best friend. Killua's childhood was a foundation of pain and discipline, yet from it emerged a character defined by loyalty, intelligence, and an enduring desire for connection. The removal of Illumi's needle later freed him to truly fulfill his potential, but the experiences of his early years, from the torturous training to the psychological manipulation, undeniably forged the complex, formidable, and deeply empathetic hunter we know and love today. What do you think was the most pivotal moment in Killua's incredibly tough childhood? Was it the relentless training, the hidden needle, or his brave act of rebellion? Let us know your theories and thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Untold Story, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Untold story.